What's going on, everyone? It's time for another creature feature film review. Now, I've reviewed the American version of this and the terrible sequel, and yeah, they're not that great. So I thought, why not go back and check out the original King Kong versus Godzilla? This is part of my countdown to Halloween, where I'm going to review at least one horror, sci-fi, fantasy, or thriller, or creature feature in this case. Um, Post one review a month up until Halloween, but I have so many now that I'm going to do at least two. So from now to Halloween. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, let's get started. King Kong vs. Godzilla was released August 11th, 1962. It was produced by Toho Co., the company that made Godzilla. It was directed by Ishiro Honda, who did Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters. He also did Mothra and Godzilla vs. Mothra. He did Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, and Rodan. He's pretty much the godfather of Japanese monster movies. This had a budget of $432,000 and it made $8.7 million once it was released. So King Kong versus Godzilla. Well, this is a very simple story. It's Godzilla is awoken out of ice and is going to because some scientists find King Kong and bring him back, which he causes destruction in Tokyo, and Godzilla comes and fights him off, just like any other monster movie that Godzilla's in. Yeah, putting these two giants is really big. This is one of the first movies to come out with King Kong, and since the 1933 one, and yeah, and basically this film is basically a monster fight for the most part. The human characters, now this is a problem with most Godzilla movies, is the human characters are so stupid and annoying and you spend too much time with them. This one balances out really well. The humans just let them go at it and then pick up the pieces as it goes, and which is actually kind of helpful in this type of film. Now, some people aren't going to watch this because it's from the 1960s and the effects and everything look super cheesy nowadays. This is men in suits, rubber suits. So yeah, it kind of looks a little cheesy and ridiculous. Godzilla clapping all the time, and yeah, King Kong looking like a turd with a turd with a face on it, and yeah, but with the miniatures and everything, with that effects and stuff, I just love these movies. I find them so fun, and that it's cool. This is also back in the day where you could destroy monuments and big things in Tokyo, iconic Tokyo things without people bitching, and yeah, there's a lot of that. A lot of good destruction, a lot of good action scenes in this. You get to see them fight and fight and fight, and it just looks so cool. Even with like the models and stuff, you can tell nowadays, especially watching in high definition like I did. But yeah, it's still a lot of fun. Now, the music is also really good, and the cinematography is actually pretty well done in this one too. Most of it holds up still too, surprisingly, and it looks pretty fun. And it overall, it's a fun monster versus monster movie. Is what you would want to see. You don't want to see too much human interaction. They're basically there to bring King Kong in and to basically set the tone for it, and it works out really well. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I find it a lot of fun. Obviously, the story's pretty bland, and the characters, besides the monsters, aren't really well fleshed out, but that was expected. But overall, King Kong versus Godzilla is still a lot of fun, and overall, I love it. So I'm going to give King Kong vs. Godzilla 3.5 out of 5. Obviously, some of the effects look dated, and obviously the story and characters and all that, that's not going to be perfect. But also, some people probably won't even check this out because of how old it is. But you should definitely do it. I'm not sure where you can find it, but I'll link the trailer down below, so you at least check that out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram that's linked down below. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. Just put the film title in there and some fun fact history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people, wherever it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that I want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Also, let me know what your favorite King Kong film is or Godzilla film is down below. I know Godzilla has like 50 movies out now, so any of them will do. I have only reviewed a handful of them. I think this is like the 7th or 8th one I've done, so yeah. let me know if you want more. And also, if you have any recommendations for films for me to check out before the end of October, comment them down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as possible. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to do another 1960s monster movie, King Kong Escapes, in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. And just remember, two monsters to fight, don't interfere because it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of destruction. And it'll get rid of a lot of people we don't need. All right, till the next one, cheers.